I have the easiest bet for NFL Week 18. God said, "Let there be light." We don't. Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Money Pot Betting Show, the last show on the A2D network. Oh man, it's been such a fun ride, but we'll get to that to the end. We'll do a little Jerry Springer, right? Final thoughts at the end here. Um, but everybody, welcome on this. I guess wherever you're calling from, but here out in Philly, it's an ugly weather day. But that's why we're here to win some bets, win some money. We are here to talk sports betting, NFL week 18, and we have the college football national championship we'll talk about as well. I got my best bet, so just stay with me to the end here. We're going to switch it up. I'm going to do the other bets first, our kind of parlays, and then I'll give you the easiest bet of the week at the end here. It's a no-brainer to me. I'm not saying it's a lock and all that, but it's the easiest bet to win. Easiest bet to hit. All right. So if you look at the poll question of the day, a little bit different. We're not talking about betting. We're talking about money pot as a whole. Have you become a better watching money pot? Agree or disagree? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Yeah. Drop it in the comments, man. Let me know. Let me know what's going on, man. Talk to me. Have you guys gotten better at betting watching me? I mean, I know you won money because I've won money, and it's been a couple years, right? We've been rocking and rolling for a couple years, and some really good takes, some really good bets, and some real close misses as always, and then some not so good bets, right? You've seen the evolution of Money Pot right before your eyes over the next couple years, over the last couple of years. So it's been a real fun journey and a real fun ride with the A2D family and the fans out there who do watch each and every week. Whether you see me here, whether you were watching me on Wednesday, bussing, bussing time up, with our debates. Or if you saw in the thumbnail, our very first interaction on YouTube, on my platform, on Money Pot Betting YouTube channel, when we had it's funny because when I put that thumbnail up, I didn't know. I knew the company was called Agree to Disagree, but I thought I was so slick like 3 years ago, just calling it Agree to Disagree, not even knowing that he had show because I'd never seen it. Me and Tom know each other from some back end channels, so it's not like I didn't know Tom from YouTube. I knew Tom because he knew somebody that I knew, and they just connected us because supposedly we're somewhat similar in two peas in a pod, as they say. So that's how I know Tom, and then it just kind of manifested from there. But it's really interesting and really funny how things have kind of gone full circle, and we are right now. So uh, that's in the beginning thought process. But let's get into the bets, man, and we'll get to the goodbyes and all the good mushy stuff at the end. First best bet of the day. I'm not going to be using ESPN because it's week 18 and they seem like they are really out on how to do the props and stuff. So we're going to be using DraftKings today, and we're going to be cooking up something good. So we're going to really skip games that mean absolutely nothing. And there's a good amount of them. But I'm also going to break down each game in terms of their playoff scenarios, any type of incentives built into the game, and things like that. So our first game um, coming up here at the top of the list: Bucks versus Panthers. Bucks minus 3.5. Total is 37. Money line is minus 218. When you look at this line, so right now Panthers are locked into the number one seed. I mean number one pick. So nothing changes for them. Bucks can clinch the NFC South with a win, which they should have did last week, but it's still win and get in type deal. So Baker has some incentives for passing rating, passing touchdowns, passing yards. So we're going to start it off with our first best bet part of the day. This could be a straight bet, or you can make it in a parlay. We're going to do Mike Evans to score. I like Mike Evans to score here. Um, he's only been one time where he hasn't scored in back-to-back games all year. So I like Mike Evans. Anytime touchdown score makes a lot of sense, especially against a bad team. No weather problems in this game either. I like Rashad White to score it as well. Um, the the Carolina Panthers do give up a lot of touchdowns and a lot of plays. So I think that Tampa should roll here, right? Tampa really should roll here. I really it would really it would really be so Baker Mayfield for them to lose, but looking at the past, I mean they took him to the limit last time, right? It was 21-18. Rashad White scored, Mike Evans scored, Chris Godwin scored. Um, but man, if they lose to the Carolina Panthers on the last game of the year, that'd just be horrific. But give me Mike Evans at our first leg in our parlay for anytime touchdown score. Hall of Famer too. Jags Texans. I mean Jags Titans. So let me give my little cheat sheet where the Jags and Titans are. What's going on for this one? All right, so Jags can clinch the South with a win. The Titans can improve their number 7 pick in the draft. You have some free agents, Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. And DeAndre Hopkins, if he scored 2 touchdowns and a couple catches and yards, he'll get almost $3 million in incentives. So he'll get paid if he does some damage in this game. I didn't even look at this game to see what they have. But I mean, man, the Jags are beat up. That's the only problem. Jags are real beat up. DeAndre Hopkins, that over 63.5 seems like cake. Especially with Tannehill back there. That don't make no sense. Let me look at what they did last game. So I'm almost positive. Oh, well, they got smoked. Well, Tannehill came in, and Hopkins had 7 catches for 17 yards. Will Levis only had six catches. But I wonder if they were down big in that game fast. I didn't watch that game. Yeah, they were down big. They were down 23, so they had to switch it up and just keep throwing. But I like DeAndre Hopkins over here, and I like if he has his receptions here. His receptions might make a lot of sense here too as well. What's his most receiving yards? Plus 135? That seems like too easy. DeAndre Hopkins, I don't think I mean I know the Jags need to win this game, but I don't think the Jags is Trevor playing? Oh wow, he is playing. Yeah, but that AC joint, man, that's a bad injury. But I mean, they need to win to get in, so it's all hands on deck, and they're just gonna go. But they're gonna have to run the ball. I don't see how they beat the Jags last game, but you know, really hasn't been anything. I really like this bet. Most receiving yards in the game, DeAndre Hopkins plus 135. That seems like an easy bet. That seems like a real easy bet. Real easy bet. Mm. Appreciate you, Rob. That's what I like to hear, man. That's the goal. The goal is to get people better at betting. The goal is to get people looking at betting differently and knowing how to impact that. And that's the stuff you like to hear if you like channels that talk about not only just picks, because I can give you picks all day, right? But teach you how to bet and kind of looking for those tricks and stuff that pros do. Just follow me on MoneyPot Betting YouTube channel. The channel is really growing, and the channel is taking a different turn of what you typically saw here on A2D. So, if you guys that's your deal and that's what you guys like, man, check me out for sure. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the comment too as well. Willie Vegas, what's up, bro? You said Panthers may upset. Yeah, like who's the spoiler week? This week, right? If you had an underdog spoiler, who is that? Who's that spoiler underdog? You know what I mean? That is a good. I it wouldn't. I I wouldn't surprise me if anybody loses this week. But I like uh I like this bet we cooking up so far though. All right, let's get back to the odds here. So Minnesota and Detroit. Let me get back to my cheat sheet just to let you guys know where we are. So Lions have clinched the NFC North. They need Cowboys to lose. In the number two, and so they can get to the number 2 seed. The Vikings can actually still make the playoffs with a win, but they need a lot of other teams to lose. I think they need like 3 teams to lose. Laporta just needs 1 catch for the most receptions by a rookie tight end in a season, and Alexander Madison gets an extra $250,000 if he gets 75 rushing yards. So this game is a really tough game to handicap and look at. Obviously, Detroit's in, so it doesn't matter. The Vikings need help, so they're going to be playing, and it's a division game too. Not really much incentive for the Lions to really go all out. They're already going to host a playoff game, first time in 30 something years that they host a playoff game. It would be really good and really cool for them to go to the 2nd seed, but I mean, I don't think that Dallas is going to lose to Washington at all. I mean, it would be excellent if they did. It would be amazing if they did, but I don't think they will. So, but they'll know their fate, right? It's a 1 o'clock game. That Dallas game's a 4 o'clock game. So they're going to want to make sure they put themselves in position. So I would think that Detroit will win this game. Nick Mullins is getting the start after that, terrible showing by Hall last week. That was one of the. I thought that was a bad call by O'Connell to put Hall in there. Just really bad. So I don't know what this game is going to look like. It's probably a no bet for me. St. Brown props is the only props I would probably even look at this point. But I don't know how much or how long these guys are going to play, to be honest. He's not even in the list um for receiving yards. I mean, Justin Jefferson over 100 yards makes a lot of sense. I think because I think they're going to be playing and there's no Hawkinson. So, last time he played Detroit, 6 catches, 141 yards and a touch. So he's been, what's his receptions? His receptions are probably going to be high. I would look at his receptions. 6.5 sounds about right. He had 5, 6, and 7, but they need a lot of help. So no bet here. All right, keep it going. If you like this bet right here, I don't mind this 2 leg parlay actually. Mike Evans anytime score and DeAndre Hopkins to have the most receiving yards in the Jags and Tennessee game. Um, almost 3-1, a little over 3-1, almost 4-1. Actually, you know what? Let's stop right there. I like that bet right there. We'll stop with that bet right there. I think that's the best bet that we'll do right now. We'll lock that in. All right. Let's see something. Hope you guys got that. Just want to see something real quick. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get some more bets going here. So this Atlanta New Orleans game, really, really interesting game. They need the Bucks to lose, but they both need to win to get in. So they're not completely done, and they'll be watching this Carolina Tampa game. Carolina pulls off the upset, boy, man, this game comes so important. So they're going to be on the field watching the scoreboard, on the field watching the scoreboard. So both teams are going to be out there playing. Both teams are going to be going for it. I'm trying to think what was the score of the last game. I felt like these teams didn't play too long ago. I know the Falcons won 24-15. Man, Robinson scored twice. I mean, for me, offense goes through Robinson here. So if I was looking at this game, I would be betting Robinson. But see, was it rush? Yeah, rushing receptions. I think 84 is about right. He had 91 rushing yards in the last game, just then. Let me look at what his numbers are over the last week. Excuse me. It's only 50 yards from a thousand. So he's hit this 3 out of the last 4 games. They started to really run with him more. And he hit this in the last time they played too. He had 91 yards, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards from scrimmage. What they do against Chicago? They lost against Chicago. They got smoked by Chicago actually. And I think Heineke got hurt that game, so it might be back to Ritter. That's probably why Robinson it was a little bit the tick was a little bit up. But I can't trust any of these two teams. It's a no bet for me. Cleveland and Bengals. Cleveland's in. They're resting people, so no bet with anything. Jets, Patriots. Nope. So this is a really interesting game as we get to the 4 o'clock games. And stick with me. I'll get you guys your best bet here really shortly here. Your my best and easiest bet of the week coming up here. There's no reason for Justin Fields to play in this game. I said on my show that I felt like there was a hunch that he wouldn't play. And oh man, that shit went viral. They're like, what are you talking about? You an idiot and all this and that and name calling and all crazy. I'm like, God damn. There's no incentive for the Chicago Bears here. None whatsoever. Outside of going out and winning the game against a rival. That is it. All the incentive is on the Green Bay Packers. Right? The Bears already have the number 1 pick. They can't make the playoffs. The Packers win and they're in. And Jordan Love has some incentives to go deep, go ape shit. And it's in Green Bay. So outside of like Chicago hate for Green Bay, I just don't see any reason for Fields to play. But it seems like it's all hands on deck and they want to be spoilers. And I think I even looked at it. Commit is playing in this game. Let me see who else was it that who was hurt. Where is it at? Yeah, Cole Kmet and Herbert are expected to play in this game, which is so crazy to me. I just don't understand why. Like, if we're not in, you're not going to get in either. Like, I don't get that mindset because you just went 4-1. You were already out of it anyway. So I don't understand all hands on deck right here. You're 7-9. So you want to go 8-9, you're still mediocre. You're still under 500. You're not keeping Justin Fields. You're trading Justin Fields. Absolutely, you're trading Justin Fields. There's 0% chance that he's on the Chicago Bears next year. Like, you have the number 1 pick. Who else are you taking over a quarterback at the number 1? You can trade it for sure, but he ain't CJ Stroud. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about this one. I don't get this one. Should be a hell of a game though, especially if they're really going for it and they're really playing. Jordan Love has been playing amazing the last 3 games, 7 touchdowns in the last 3 games. So I would start there. I don't see why this would be any different than him keep doing that. I mean, they beat up on the Bears last game in Chicago. He had 3 touchdowns, 241 yards. Aaron Jones went absolutely off. So, I mean, Fields didn't do much. He had 60 yards. You know, DJ Moore didn't do much. So, yeah, eh, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. But give me Jordan Love over 1.5 touchdowns passing. And the way he's been playing, I like his passing prop too. To be honest, he's only hit this 2 out of last time over 250 yards, but I really like it. I don't understand the whole Fields thing, but whatever. Go ahead and play him so he can break his goddamn leg for no fucking. Excuse me, for no reason. Just stupid, 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 stupid. Oh, wife needs some help. Sorry, now. All right. So we got over 1.5 touchdowns for Packers, and I like the Packers. All right, let's talk about them. Your Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are favorite -5. Money line -218. Giants. Now the Giants absolutely want to be a part of the bandwagon that is hate on the birds, cry Eagles cry, and beat the Eagles. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Brian Dable wants to beat the Eagles. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. And I really feel that everybody's will be playing for the New York Giants. Now, with that being said, Devontae Smith out. We all know that. Slay out. We all know that. Swift is supposed to be sick, I believe. So I don't see a reason for him playing. We are locked into the 5th seed. Okay. Again, Dallas is not losing to the Washington Commanders. If Dallas loses today, if Dallas loses today, somebody's getting fired. Period. Because they're going to be one and done. Mike McCarthy will lose his job. So just saying, I do not believe Dallas is losing today. Now, what do I think about this game? I like the Giants. I do. I don't see any reason for them to play any starters. I don't see there's any reason to play our big front up front. I don't know if they're waiting to the end. I see no reason for Jalen Hurts to play. Why are we playing any starters in this game to risk injury? Why? Because you guys suck the last 5 games and 1-4 in your last 5? That's on you. You lost to the Cardinals. You had no reason to lose to the Cardinals. This should have you should have already had this locked up if you would have won. Now you need help. You missed your opening, you missed your spot, you blew it, it's over. You're on the road for the rest of the playoffs. Period. That's your fault. You shouldn't have lost to Seattle in Seattle, and you shouldn't have lost to the Cardinals. Don't mind you losing to the actually no, I hate you losing to the Cowboys, but a lot of people had that circle as a loss. A lot of people had the Niners circle as a loss. But also a lot of people had at the Chiefs circled as a loss as well, and the Bills. So you're 1-4. You want to right the ship. You want to make things right against a bad New York Giants team. I get it, but at the risk of getting people hurt, I think it's a bad call. I think maybe they play the first half and then they start pulling people out. But once you see one person goes down or anybody getting slow to get up, it is time to pull the plug and just concede that you effed up and go ahead. And it sucks to be 1-5 going into the playoffs. That's not the momentum you want. But hey, all you can do is look in the mirror, Nick Sirianni. All you can do is look in the mirror, Jalen Hurts. All you can look in the mirror as Eagles fans and say it is what it is. You know, that's where we are. That's what we can control. We're in the playoffs. Don't be stupid. I like the Giants in this game, by the way. Give me the Giants +5. Give me the Giants +5. And it's cold. We ain't built to play in the cold, to be honest with you. Especially with no Swift. We are not built to play in the cold, man. We are not built to play in the cold at all. They're not built to beat us, though. That's the funny thing. I do like Waller over 35.5 yards, too, as well. We can't cover a tight end worth our life. Now we get an athletic tight end in there. Man, What's Waller been doing the last couple of weeks? 5 catches against the Rams for 51 yards. They almost won, and they almost won that game. They should have won that game. And I like Taylor's rushing prompts too. Taylor over 26. Like look at the rushing yards. Hurts is not even there. Like I don't understand this line. He should not play the game. Just put in Marcus Mariota. Now if Marcus Mariota plays, you better if you bet it live, you better put him over his rushing prompts because I'll tell you that right now, he is going to be out. He ain't sitting in that pocket. No way. We almost, yeah. I mean, DeVito got pulled. Taylor came in. Taylor had 21 yards. What did Waller do? Only 2 catches for 32 yards. Yeah, like, man, that was in a half. Yeah, man. There's no point of getting these boys hurt, man. I remember that game. I was at that game. I remember when they gave up that long touchdown to Slayton. Stupid. Hurts had a hell of a game. Brown had a decent game. Goddard had a decent game. But look, it's all Giants because there's no reason for the Eagles to play this game. Just none whatsoever. So give me the +5, like I said. What's up, y'all? Daily, what's going on, man? My guy Don as always, bro. Oh shit, he put the Michigan up there. Ooh. We'll get to that game too in a little bit. Got my easiest bet coming up here, so stay tuned. We're just going through some player props, putting something together. Putting something together. All right. Seattle and Arizona. Now, Seattle can Seattle needs the Packers to lose. So this I think both games are going at the same time if I'm not mistaken. Um yeah, they are going. So Seattle's gonna be playing this game. They can win and get in. Only thing that Cardinals could do is improve their draft pick. But it's funny about Gannon. People talk so much smack about Gannon when he was here, but he's got them folks playing out there, Arizona. They're playing to win, and they showed it last week. So it wouldn't surprise me if Arizona wins. Seattle has limped the last couple games. They got a gift from us beating us, but they also had a tough stretch, right? They had the Rams, the Niners, the Cowboys, the Niners, and then the Eagles. Like that's a tough stretch, and they should have lost all five, but they won one, so they were 1-4 in that game. They beat the Titans, and then they lost to the Steelers last week at home too, by the way. So, I mean, I think Geno Smith has regressed a little bit here. I don't know what to think of this team anymore. I can't bet on this team anymore. I think, this is all hands on deck, but they still need some help. So, yeah, I got a no bet for this game. Cowboys versus Commanders. Cowboys are just going to cook. That's really what it comes down to. They just announced that they're going to be firing Ron Rivera. Everybody knew that was coming, so that's not a shock to anybody. But Dallas is going to cook in this game. I'm sorry, y'all. There's no way in the world that Dallas loses this game. None whatsoever. Like I said, somebody's getting fired if they lose this game. But CD makes a lot of sense to score. He's He looks like the best receiver in the game, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna hold you. CeeDee Lamb looks like the best receiver in the game. And then the Commanders could get the number 2 pick in the draft if they lose. They need a quarterback because Howe ain't it. So I don't know who's starting this game. If Brissett starts this game, it changes it a little bit, I think. But yeah, I think how I think Rivera is a guy who goes out on the shield, right? So he's going to go with the guy who's got him there. Um, it's a divisional game, so could be a little bit close. But it was 45-10 last game. Like, yeah, man, I don't see this. I can see another pick six. I can see Dak having another great game in this game. I can see CD having a good game in this game. I mean, he scored in almost every goddamn game. Like, it's just ridiculous how much he scored over these last weeks. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. He scored in 7 out of the last 8 games. 7 touchdowns in 8 games. That's insane. And they be giving him the ball all kind of ways. So give me CD Lamb. Touchdown. Finish off the year the right way. But yeah, no chance in the world they lose this game. It'd be stupid if they lose this game. Denver Raiders. So I don't want to bet this game, but I do lean the Raiders here. I think you've seen Adams and who else? Was it Jacobs campaign for Antonio Pierce to get the head coaching job for the Raiders? And what better way to win and get some momentum going into the offseason? Who knows what they do with Garoppolo? I don't know what his contract looks like. We already know the shit show in Denver. So I don't even know what that looks like for them as of right now. I think they can improve their draft pick with a loss. I think Devontae Adams. Yeah, here's my cheat sheet. Devontae needs 2 catches to become the 4th player in NFL history with 100 receptions in 4 straight seasons. So he'll get that. I see a lot of Devontae Adams here. Why not just let it go? So most receiving yards in this game, I think is a nice little pick here with Devontae Adams having that. I think he also probably scores as well. I like Zaire White. Zaire White has been balling the last 3 games. He's really taken over. Um, that I think Surtain is still playing in this game. Let me see something real quick about this game because I'm pretty sure they played already. Be interesting because that's the last time you've seen Josh Jacobs in a Raiders uniform. Oh, they played early in the year, 17-16. So that's when Garoppolo was playing. So who knows what this looks like today. Let me see. I know Stratum is getting the start, obviously. Josh Jacobs is out. Surtain is playing though. So it'd be interesting to see how this how this team works, how this game plays out. I do like most receiving yards to be Devontae Adams kind of. But I don't know. Zaire White has been balling. They just been running the ball with him. There's no other prompts for that one too. So leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right, we're almost done here. Carson Wentz gets a start. Oh man, Carson Wentz gets a start. Sam Donald is playing. I can see Sam slinging it. I can see the Niners slinging it around here. So give me George Kittle for a touchdown. He's still playing, I believe, in this game. San Fran doesn't mean much in this game. Let me see. Yeah, they don't have any props up for them. So there's nothing for them. I mean, number one's already locked up, if I'm not mistaken. So Purdy's out, McCaffrey's out, Stafford's out, Carrion Williams is out, Cooper Cup is out, Higbee's out, and Aaron Donald's out. Puka just needs some rookie receiving props to get. Rams are already in the playoffs, so nothing more about this game. Um, Puka might play a lot. Who knows what what's his name? What Carson playing? I wish they had some Carson Wentz prompts. Like I mean, this could be the last time Carson Wentz plays in the NFL. Believe it or not. Like this really could be the last time he plays in the NFL. You know what? Give me Ronnie Bell to score for the Niners. I like Ronnie Bell to score here. Tuseki's Kyle Tuseki seems like a good time scorer too, to be honest. Oh, there's a Wentz touchdown. Look at that. Plus 700 for Carson Wentz to score. Who's taking that? He's going to use his legs a little bit. He can't throw for help for nothing right now. You know what? I'm switching it. Give me Wentz. Give me Wentz to score a touchdown, y'all. Wentz gets in his zone. He's playing all game. Give me Carson Wentz to score today. We're just playing around with this one. I think that'll be it though, because I don't think there's nothing else that I could bet on. Yeah, I'll leave this one off for now. All right. So 4-legger here. We got Jordan Love over 1.5 touchdown passes. New York Giants +5. CeeDee Lamb to score, and good old Carson Wentz to score an anytime touchdown. Wouldn't surprise me if he runs it in. Maybe they'll get him one. Like I said, it could be the last time he plays. So um, I think it's a good spot. If any time he was going to score, this would be now, right? Especially with no Williams playing, you get close. I can see a little bit QB sneak. He is 6'4", 6'5". He's a big quarterback, so I can see them getting down there and giving him the ball, letting him score a touchdown, letting him fill that end zone one more time. All right, now for my easiest bet of the day. Thanks for everybody who held on here. We're gonna do our easiest bet of the day, and it's gonna be a 3-leg money line parlay. Tampa needs to win to get in. Green Bay needs to win to get in. And the Dallas Cowboys win and you lock up the second seed. There it is. 3-leg parlay. Dallas, Green Bay, and Tampa. If that's not enough for you here, go and drop in Buffalo. Buffalo beat up on the Dolphins before. Dolphins are hurt. No Mostert, no Waddle. Um, Tua, bad shoulder and all. It's just going. The Bills are playing so well right now. I wouldn't get in front of this train. You could do the Bills too here. 4-leg parlay, almost 3-1. I don't see how Tyreek is enough to win this game, possibly, but he's just been hurt. He's really banged up, bad ankles, and not even that. His house burnt down this week, so I would think his mind is in a different spot right now. Even though he's got to be professional and turn it on, maybe during the game he does, but it's going to be tough. I really like Buffalo today. Buffalo's a pretty strong pick for me later today. This game does mean something, by the way, too. By the way, if you didn't know that. Um, if I go to my cheat sheet, they can with a win, either team wins the AFC East. And Tyreek needs 283 receiving yards to reach 2,000. So he's going to get force fed the ball all day. Over 100 yards seems like cake, right? Over 100 yards, easy. Receptions, whatever it is, over, easy. Right? 7.5. He'll get 10 receptions today. There's no doubt in my mind. They're gonna like it's to do something you never been done before, and with to give him a nice little tip in the feather in his hat. You know, he's had 10 catches 3 times this year. Last time they played Buffalo, he only had 3 catches and 58 yards. I mean, they got smoked in Buffalo. Like they just got crushed in Buffalo. And well, Mostard did play this game, but it was the Anchin show. Waddle played. Um, no, just leave it right there. I'm almost done. Thanks. Um, so yeah, I think they force feed him the ball a lot. So those are the best bets and the best parlays of the days of the day. Now to our, what do we call them? Um, our final thoughts, like Jerry Springer, right? Final thoughts, Jerry Springer. So this whole thing has been such a fun ride here at A2D Radio with Money Pot being on the air. Started off with a wholly different look. As we go back over the years, you'll see how I've kind of transformed the studio and how it looks now, right? Um, Nothing but love for the guys at A2D Radio. Nothing but love for Tom. But really, what happened at the end of the day, me and Tom got together and kind of figured out what we want to do moving forward. And we're both going in the same directions, just taking different paths, pretty much. Um, and we respect each other from a CEO level. What I'm trying to do with MoneyPot, and what he's continuing trying to do with A2D Radio. It's not saying that I will be gone from A2D air. Like you'll probably see me still on maybe another show somewhere. It's just that this particular show, this MoneyPot show, won't be on the A2D network anymore. So you guys can still catch me on another show sometime. Basketball season is coming around, and even on Money Pot, we're going to be picking up, doing basketball bets and picks and stuff like that. So if you're into NBA basketball as well, make sure I got somebody coming on, maybe he's doing some college as well. If you're in college basketball too, make sure you go follow me on Money Pot Betting on YouTube. But at the end of the day, it was always about you guys. It was always about the audience. It was always about the fans watching, and that's what it means for me at the end of the day. Whether I was talking to 2 people or whether I was talking to 100 people, it really didn't matter to me. I was still going to give out the best picks and give you the best looks of what I thought were the best picks for that week, whether it be basketball, football, tennis, anything like that. And we won some money along the way, and that was the goal. The goal was to show you the process of how to bet and how to do it effectively and how to set it up as a side hustle. And it also showed you that the formula works that we come up with over here in Money Pot Podcast. And you've seen that. No, no lies, no whale picks, no extra, you got to pay me more. It was just free picks each and every single week. And there was no doubting that. There was no doubting that. You see a lot of people, you see a lot of corporations put up these supersized parlays and they hit for hundreds and thousands of dollars. And you're like, how the hell did they do that? How the hell did they hit that? Now, I can't promise you that I was going to do that, but I tell you what, some of these parlays smacked. And it wasn't just one and done. They smacked again. I've hit multiple $1,000 parlays with you guys watching me. So proof is in the pudding. I can't really thank the opportunity more enough to be in front of an audience that A2D has. So I've always appreciated that. I've always appreciated the opportunity to do betting my way and to tell it my way. So I just want to say, thank you to everybody who's ever clicked on a Money Pot emblem, whether it be on A2D, whether it be on Money Pot, or whether you saw me somewhere else. If you saw my name, you said, man, I'm best with that guy. Let me go check out and see what he's saying. If you saw me and you actually listened to what I said and not just kind of clicked and like, oh, he's not saying what I want him to say at that moment, but kind of listen to what I'm saying and get into the bets, I thank you. If you hated on me, I thank you. If you even saw Money Pot or you saw Nate or you saw Moss Money or whatever and you had a reaction, I thank you. Um, and I think that we're only going up from here. I'm not stopping. I'm not slowing down. We're doing some really, really cool stuff on Money Pot Betting YouTube channel. So if you like the bet, if you still like the bet and you still like talking bets, man, we'll be around. Betting's everywhere at this moment. Everybody's talking about bets. It used to be just a niche thing, but now it's not really. You got college guys talking about covering the spread. You got ESPN guys talking about covering the spread. Everybody's talking about betting. If you're not betting just bets, you're doing DFS, so you're still get sports gambling in some way, somehow. It all interconnected. So, like I said, if you bang with me, and you bang with the bets and you bang how I do it in my way of doing it, I thank y'all. I appreciate everybody who's ever said anything. So that is it. That is the end of the show. That is the end of Money Pot Betting, a Money Pot podcast run on A2D Radio. I wish you guys all well. I wish you guys all a happy new year. I wish you guys all a successful and a blessing in 2024. And I'll see you around. This is Moss Money. This is Money Pot Betting.